the families and the victims who were impacted by this incident and how they have to relive this incident just about every single day. 12 lives were lost as a result. And if you can see behind me, this is the Borderline Grill right here. It has a memorial that has been put in place, sort of, dedicating a lot of love to the victims who lost their lives. Some of the signs read, and I hope you know how loved you are. Also, Borderline Strong, and a symbol of remembrance, a symbol of strength. Just to imagine what this community went through, even when I was watching from New York, and then to have to rush away because of the Woozy fire that had started about a day later. But we want to talk now to Tom Waite. He actually got a chance to sit down with the owners of this club and how they're going to try to move forward.
The sights and sounds of what happened in and outside of the Borderline nightclub will forever be seared in the memories of those who were there and survived. 12 people would die. 12 months later, Borderline remains closed.
I think about it all the time, of course.
Brian Hynes co-owns Borderline with Troy Hale, and even though they have yet to reopen Borderline, its spirit is very much alive in their production offices not far from the bar's location.
With the 1 year coming up, it's a lot more phone calls, a lot more people talking about it. I mean, we've been talking about it, but we didn't deal with it as things have happened. But yeah, things are definitely starting to bubble up.
A lot of things that are similar, like the weather is the same as last year,
Brian and Troy were not inside the bar the night of the shooting, but they arrived minutes after the call went out.
DT's still inside the bar.
The gunman, a 28-year-old combat-trained former Marine corporal, had already transformed their beloved nightclub into a scene of carnage.
It was one of those things where I just ran over across the street to see who I knew that was there.
The victims included customers and members of their staff.
5 employees. Some were working that night, some weren't working that night. They just happened to be there.
Brian and Troy keep a plaque in their offices with the names of the 12 people who were gunned down.
We feel so bad for our friends and the employees and everybody who that lost their lives. I mean, it's awful.
Still a very somber scene outside here of the Borderline bar and restaurant. There are crosses to mark all of the victims who were lost, along with their photos, flowers, and a big memorial. The two are not giving up hope on a new future for Borderline, but its fate is still uncertain.
Still yet to be determined. Still trying to figure it out. Everyone's working together, the city.
Borderline's meant so much to us for, so many years, and we know what it means to everybody else.